Hello, hello, hi. Welcome on in. So sorry I'm late. I was being someone's emotional support cat, so sorry about that. In fact, they know that I was streaming, so they called me like 10 minutes before I was supposed to go live. And like, oh, you're about to go live. It's okay, I'll go. I'm like, don't worry, it's okay. I can talk for a few minutes. So yeah, I was trying to be a good friend. So I apologize. Hi. Welcome on in. Who's joined us? Hi, Diamond Girl. Hi, Extrude. Hi, Goldie. Welcome, welcome. Okay, today we're gonna do something a bit different. I am a shriveled raisin of a cat. I have done art all day, and I do not think I can look at the Live 2D software, so it's a little bit more peak. Exactly. Hold on. I don't even have the game open. How unprepared I am today. But how's everyone doing? I'm a bit tired. I feel it a bit in my voice, but we will persevere. I used to think it was persevere, but then again, I don't know how to read. Okay, hold on. Let me. How do you spell peak? Ta-da! Your voice is fine, thank you. Like I feel it like crack a little, or like get strained and kind of taper off and die. Who doesn't love heights? I sweat hard with heights. Ooh, I get vertigo. Like if I'm in a place that's pretty high up and I look down, yeah. I get like I just get hit with like this wave of dizziness. Like I don't know I don't know how else to describe it. I just look down and immediately I go ooh, all woozy. Okay, I have a playlist for this. I googled peak climbing playlist and found one that was basically all just meme songs. Let's see. On my way, moving right along, the climb, climb every mountain, running up that hill, ain't no mountain high enough. uh, yeah, a whole bunch of mountain themed songs. So I become stiff when it comes to heights. Ooh, I definitely relate to that. I get like a bit stiff and I start to like not lose balance. I don't move, but I feel like my perception of what is down kind of just starts wobbling like that. So yeah. So, I was supposed to do art tonight, but after I had one crash out about getting the ears to work, I did end up getting them to work, but that took like a good chunk of my soul out of my body. So I'm like, I cannot for the life of me do any more rigging today. I started at like 8 in the morning. I only stopped at like 6 p.m. Okay, what song should we start with? You know what? Let's start the game first. Let's put play offline. Pretty afraid of heights? Yeah. I am only if the possibility of falling is not zero. Wait, what's the game audio like? I just remembered, I didn't check it. Is it okay? I'm gonna need some feedback here. It seems okay. A bit loud? Let's tone it down a bit. Yeah. I'm gonna run and jump to make noises. Is that okay? Because it seems about the same... Yeah, it seems the same volume as my voice now. Maybe a little bit lower. Okay. Now, how do we play this game? So those parts of a project that make it... It's one of those parts of a project that you want to make it right and it just doesn't want to work. Or just doesn't feel right until it does. Wait, are we talking about rigging? Oops. Sorry, sometimes I look away from chat or I get sucked into a monologue, right? And then by the time I read a message, maybe the context has passed. Yeah, whoops. Oh, that was my nose. Okay, we need to be purple. How do I change my color? Oh. There we are. As well. Yeah, I apologize. If that ever happens, do remind me of the context. It's all good. But yeah, it's just, I was rigging, put it this way. Just the one ear of that full body model is more complex than most of the mascots that I've rigged ever. So yeah, it's that crisp peak quality. Around the other ear, well, I only need to rig one of them and then just flip it. Okay, which one looks tired? This one just looks sad. Okay, this is me. This is me right now. Okay, I am tired. We are going to Bali. We are going on vacation. It is long deserved. Okay. I think... Yeah, this will teach us how to play. I saw like 5 minutes of gameplay. I do not want to spoil it for myself. There's no tutorial. Oh, is this the tutorial? Okay. I can't just jump off the rope. Oh, I can. Okay, so if you want to climb, right and then left click. This doesn't seem so hard. There's no tutorial, you have to learn for yourself. When I got into the game, there's a green book filled with tutorials. All I have is my passport. This feels a bit too real. Okay, do you see my model? I have the little eye bags, right? I always keep them on by default, but now I realize days when I'm like super extra tired, I don't have even darker eye bags. So maybe I should like start by keeping them off when I'm not tired. But I'm sleepy today, so we're gonna keep this on. Aside from the book in the start. Okay, I keep hearing about book. All I have is this. Did no one give me a tutorial? Like, did I not get my textbook? Typical. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, I think it is time we just get to our vacation. Okay, you know what? We're saving energy. We're gonna stand here. By the way, I hate airports. I'm a cat who has traveled like a lot and super long flights. I'm just tired. I never want to see another plane again unless it's like a very short flight, you know? Because traveling like from my home country when I went in to work in Malaysia, that's like a 25-hour flight. It's, I think, 20 hours from Malaysia to the UK. So by the time, like, during that journey, right? Towards the end, like maybe 5 hours left, I was feeling like those animals that were caught in traps that, you know, some animals, when they're caught in a trap, they absolutely hate it to the point that they will chew off their own leg just to like get freedom. So I was starting to feel like that, like I would relate to them. Okay. Is this a difficulty? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, let's go with default. They go crazy, yeah. I think it's like wolves. Like if they get caught in like the bear traps, they chew off they chew off their own leg. Ow. Well, that kind of sucked. Anyway, I think it's time we put on the climbing playlist. I'm seeing one called Climb Every Mountain. How is the music audio? I think it's a bit too low. Is it good? Okay, I'm just balancing the audio. Is the sound okay? Quiet? Yeah, it looks kind of low on OBS. What about now? That good? Ah, okay. Let me know if it gets too loud, too soft. Okay. Now, we need to take the essentials, so... Obviously. So we're definitely taking this. That green book? Oh, okay, okay. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, this one. Guidebook. Yeah, we don't need it. One full 4P is the way to go? What do you mean? What's Bing Bong? Okay. Survival is our #1 priority. You don't need that. I'm disappointed by the throwing. Oh, wait. Your best friend? Oh, Bing Bong? Okay, hold on. Can we put him in the bag? Okay, let's go. Already read a bit of the book. I like it so far. We'll read more at the beach tomorrow. Perfect. I told you, it's a great book. For those who don't know, I've been recommending anything by Brandon Sanderson. I'm not ignoring you. There's a bit of a delay. I've been What the hell happened? Ew. Okay, I probably shouldn't do that. Anyway, I have been recommending anything by Brandon Sanderson to anyone who'd listen. I was like a crazy person. And finally, Kay got the Stormlight Archive, so yeah. Bing Bong Run first try. Is it like hard or something, or? Okay, I have the perfect song for this. Hold on. I saw it in the playlist. Depends what you got this. Yeah, we got this. I'm the kind of person who goes, how hard could it be? And then, completely suffer and eat my words. I know this song from How I Met Your Mother. They had a bit where in the car, it was a cassette stuck in the player, and it's the only, they couldn't get it out, so it's the only song they had on their it's the only song they had on their car. Yeah, how hard could it be? Exactly. It's hard, but okay, it's hard, but we are hardened climbers, okay? You know, sometimes I'm about to speak before I think, and I was gonna say like, it is hard, but we are harder, and then like, wait, no, let's not say that. Okay, guys, the lore. I have crash landed on the beach. We need to get to safety, and I'm all alone, except for the voices in my head, which is you guys. And then part of the insanity is I have this song playing in my head. Are we all caught up? Perfect. I feel like I should have packed more food. Hunger seems to be a problem. Alright, we have the Sanderson redeem. You know, if we were doing art, I would have showed you the entire graph. I have a full... These look poisonous. Let's eat a bar. We don't need bandages, do we? Yeah, we're fine. So I am deranged voice in your head. You could be a perfectly normal voice in my head. The fact that I'm hearing voices at all means I'm the deranged one. Gotta go. Been nice. Internet so bad. Bye-bye, people. And dance Ordikai. Well, thanks for stopping by. We'll see if we can complete this level. I may need bandages after all. Guys, we'll be fine. Okay. Okay, let me just grab the bandages that were here. I know we're circling back. You know what? Let me... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just realized the game has music. I feel like the older I get, the more relatable this song becomes. But then again, wait, I think in Friends, when the show started, they were like 28, right? Can I just drink this? Ooh. Uh-oh. Am I gonna slide? And I'll be fine. We got this, guys. I think I should have planned this a bit better. Also, stamina goes down really fast. Whew. Okay. It is day 3 of our journey. I have already drank. You know what? Enough Bear Grill jokes. I made one in the Discord message. We don't need another. Anyway, this is the part where I go crazy and start talking to myself. How's your day been? The fog rises. What's the fog? What does that mean? The fog rises. Don't know what that is, but I guess it's the fog. That's very helpful. Is the music too loud or? Okay, I see random mushrooms. What if we eat this? Yeah. Eat random mushrooms you find in the wild. Follow me for more survival tips. Okay, I think we can climb this. Anyway, don't eat mushrooms you randomly find in the wild. I don't think we're gonna make it. Do I have any medicine? Can he cure my illness? I don't think so. Okay. We may be stuck here. But maybe we go around. I think we're going the wrong way. Okay, if we can get up there. No, we don't need to go there. I think I'm recovering from the... Oh. I'm just listening to the lyrics of the song. Let's hope they're not accurate. Oh yeah, the VODs don't have the BGM. The song is basically just saying free falling. Let's hope we don't do falling here. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, I got it. Okay, I might have to tank the hit from the jellyfish. Never mind. You know what? This game's a little harder than I thought. Come on. Come on. Hello. Welcome on in. We are not free falling. We are climbing. Okay, I think I'm hungry. I have some food, right? Can I eat Bing Bong? Honestly, I need to play this with people so that when times get tough, we have something to eat. I'm just saying. Okay, we got up. See, that wasn't too bad. So you want to be a cannibal. It's not a matter of what I want. It's a matter of what helps us survive. I think we can go like that. I don't know how it... Okay, should we try to get to the bridge? No. Some pretty dark survival tricks. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. This looks dangerous. Real life could be like that. I think your situation has to be really, really dire before you consider that. I just want to go home. Okay, I think I'm going backwards. Okay, how do we, Please take me home. Okay, can we climb up here? No, it's too steep. Ugh, okay. What's going on, fellow aliens in a spaceship of flesh and bone? Hi, Solo, welcome on in. We were talking about cannibalism. I was thinking that I don't have food here. And something that would be really helpful is... What would be super helpful is having someone play this with me so that I always have a fresh supply of food. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I don't think this is the way up. Okay, I have an idea. I might have to backtrack a little bit. Okay. Can we try climbing this and then jumping there? Ever try to eat people in the game? Damn, that's my favorite activity. Oh, we're talking about... Yeah, in Minecraft. Or in this case, Peak. I'm up for being emergency food. Well, thank you for your sacrifice. Okay. I think we can... Okay. That's not good. Oh, thank God. See, this game isn't so bad. Is peak my favorite Minecraft parkour mod. You know, I used to play a lot of the Minecraft parkour back when I was younger. Uh-oh. I don't think this is going well for me. Okay, sports drink. I can drink this. Okay, we can make it. We can make it. Okay, perfect. Is that the Cars musical? Honestly, I went on Spotify. I'm like, peak climbing playlist. I found a few one which was like motivational mountain climbing thing. I'm like, no, I want meme music. Okay, I am starving. I need food. I see food. Truth be told, I was doing Minecraft speedruns for parkour maps. It's pretty fun. Oh. I haven't done any in like a very long time. I haven't played Minecraft in ages. Ugh. And let's hope I don't fall. I see fruit. Can I eat those? I think I saw that in the trailer. You know what I need? I need a... Hold on, let me get some food, because I'm dying. Finally. Okay, how do I break this? Oh, okay. Perfect. I want to play Minecraft again. That's what I'm missing in my life right now. Did you know I was one of those people that made like a lot of redstone machines? And every base that I made was always like hidden underground. I'd always do this. I'd make like a really shitty hut. And then underneath it everything is just hidden underground and activated by like a secret lever. The guy looks weird having the... I did not even notice them. Hold on, let me see if I can fix it. Hold on. I think it might be in the settings. Hold on. I may have not put the correct one. Graphics. That's weird. Should be full screen. I did put it in windowed mode. Is that better? It does cut off a little bit on the side, but yeah. Or should I just put it back? Yeah, cinematic, you know? Hold on. Let me put it. No, OBS keeps forcing it to clip. Never mind. I wanted to make it seem like the little bars were on top and at the bottom, like one of those movies. Or like, you know, the cinematic trailers. Yeah. You get some classical music for this? Okay. This counts, right? Beethoven, Moonlight. Maybe another time. This is me having to believe in myself. Yeah, super classic. Mozart wrote this, didn't you know? I thought you were a musician. Okay, we need to find more food. We have already eaten all of the other passengers and found a bunch of suitcases at the bottom of the island. Our situation is dire. Where the hell am I even going? I don't know if this is the correct way to go. A metalhead, I only listen to Beethoven because he's a metal musician at heart. Really? Yeah. I may have made a mistake here. I've seen some I've seen some YouTube videos of Beethoven, but it's like metal or rock or something like that. Is that what you mean? To go back in time and give him a To go back in time and give him a bland, he'd make the hardest music ever. Maybe. He was like Howard Stark. He was limited by the technology of his time. Okay, I'm starting to think that this is not the correct way. His music is literally metal without distortion. Ah. This music is the only thing holding me together. The insanity is setting in. I am talking to myself. I am stranded, alone in the wilderness. I'm going back. I don't think there's a way through there. Ooh. Okay. New plan. You're not by yourself? Yeah, I have you guys. The voices in my head. Now you sound like you... Look, I am the survivor here. I survived a plane crash. Who else am I talking to? I'm not climbing the mountain with anyone. This is what I come back to my after... Exactly. I'm just crazy talking to myself. Trying to reach the peak of this mountain. I can climb up there, right? Sure, you talk to yourselves like this video game monologues. Do you mean let's play videos? Like old school YouTube? I think like that's okay. If a Gen Z, if a Zoomer or Gen Alpha person was stranded in an island and they went insane, the voices in their head, they'll just call them chat. Alright chat, we're gonna climb this mountain. We killed a bird today and ate it raw. The spiral to insanity will just look like the average XQC stream. Think about it. I wish there was a quick save feature. That's why I wish there was a quick save feature. It's kind of weird to see Ordi outside of live to your side. Do you know why? I was rigging all day advanced models. My brain is completely fried. If I was not playing a game, I would have just not streamed today. Like, that's the situation I'm in. We're having a good time. Okay. Okay, we're making good progress. Is that the fog that we were warned about earlier? That's not good. Okay, this part looks manageable. I probably should not have sprinted right before climbing. The model you posted Discord a while back ago is crazy. Do you mean the cow one? Green crispberry. I don't think I should have eaten that. Why is everything poisonous? Yes. Oh, that's actually that's a simpler model. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. That was my warm-up before rigging James's bottle. One day I'll sing along. Watch as everyone clicks off of the stream. Those models are going to become the new trend. I don't think so. But I'm thinking of adding them again. Okay. This is why I stopped doing like full body models. I was a new artist. Didn't have the biggest portfolio. Very little negligible following. Now, I was competing with people who had been like there for like a while. Right? So it was kind of hard to get a commission where... Oh, sorry. Time is going on. It was hard to get a commission where the amount of work I did and the pay I received would be worth it. Like, even if I was a great artist and rigger, I could, for example, like I could do really beautiful and intricate models. But the thing is, I didn't have the reach to get commission for them. Right? So in the end, when I started doing mascot models, it's a lot less work and decent pay, so it was the better financial option. And I was thinking I should probably start maybe one day make a really nice showcase of like a full vtuber model, because like I improved a lot, and then maybe start like gently poking around for full body commissions, and I only accept ones that are priced properly. And then I think James commissioned me. I'm like, okay, I'll make this the super intricate beautiful model because it was paid really well, right? So I was able to go all out on this model. Like the ear alone, more intricate than half of the models that I've worked on. Like the physics on one ear of that thing is probably about the same amount as this entire model. You mean model with unique poses that seem to pop out? Oh yeah, okay, because if you have... Okay, everyone's models are basically just like a... How would you say this? Hold on. Let me put my bandage. As I was saying, models that are non-standard stick out a lot more. Like for example, mine. Non-standard in the sense that they're not just standing perfectly still. If that makes sense. Oh, cooked marshmallow. Anyway, what was I saying? Right. They stand out more because even if the model is unique, if you're scrolling through Twitch and you see everything as a little tiny window, they kind of all look the same. Oh god. Do I have to climb down? But yeah, the thing about non-standard models is I think they stand out a bit more from like a distance. Like if you're squinting looking away from far away, yeah. Oh yeah. Like how do you say this? Trends evolve slowly, and you maybe see like a couple people pick it up first, and then next thing you know, everyone's doing it. Sorry, I get a bit distracted by the game. I'm trying not to die here. Can I climb across this like a monkey? Honestly, hats off to whoever made this playlist for Peak. I didn't see Michi's sleeping model though. I was watching her stream a little bit earlier today, but she was using the chibi one. Oh, I don't have to hold right click. Okay, I understand the game now. Ugh. But yeah, I love what's it called? I really love rigging models essentially, because it's always a unique challenge. So, for example, something that's non-standard, the rigging is kind of different. Like for example, this model looking to this side, hold on, looking to this side is very easy because the model is, this is neutral expression, it's a bit to the side. But when it's looking like this, it kind of is not designed to deform this way. So yeah, it's always a challenge to do. So I like the puzzle, you know. That's what I enjoy. Ew. That's what I enjoy. This chat interactive too, really cool to look at. You mean Michi's model? How's speaking so far? I'm having a good time. I enjoy just running around and talking to the voices in my head. I'm hungry. I can eat this, right? Do I have space? Okay. We need to get rid of something non-essential here. Okay, we can't get rid of this. Wilderness Survival Guide. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay, let's go. There goes the book. Yeah, we didn't need it. Okay, I feel like if we... Wait, can we climb this? No, that doesn't take us anywhere. Is this a solo sesh? Yeah. It's me and the voices in my head. Hi, Neo. Yeah. The rain is not helping. The lore here is I've gone insane and I'm talking to myself, which is you guys. Maybe this is a fog? I don't think so. Because earlier when we were looking at the ground, we can see like the fog rising up. I think that's what that was. That's not good. Oh. So everything like always? Exactly. Okay, I think if we balance... No, this is a bad idea. That's a bad idea. I see a vine over here. I think we can go and climb this one. And... Ooh. Okay, we did not die. That's good. We have to climb up there. Okay, I think we have to go down first. Okay, you know what? I think I might have to eat the granola bar. Yeah. Oh, we have ads. It'll be fine if we continue. People aren't missing much. In fact, we'll just wait for we'll wait for the ads to finish. So how's your day going, everyone? Wait, where are my ads? Do you want the ads? the fog rises. Like, we could see the fog below there. What on earth was that? Oh, I stepped on that thing. Is that how it's supposed to work? Yeah, sometimes people don't get ads. No, it's not that you're using anything to avoid the ads. It's just like how it is. Oh, that's poisonous. Welcome back from the ads, if you had them. Like, for example, my thing is set to have 3 minutes of ads. Sometimes, like, 30 seconds of ads will play. Okay, last time we ate the mushrooms, we got sick. So I'm not gonna trust the mushrooms. Now, what about honey? No. No chain making profit. To be fair, they have their problems, but I think they're trying their best, you know? It's easy to get like on the Twitch hate train. Hey, I lived. Yeah, I think everyone is very quick to jump on lol Twitch bad and evil. But I genuinely think they're trying their best, you know? They have their problems and a lot of things are broken. Have you ever watched any of their patch note streams? Because I have. A lot of the times when... Oh, that's the honey. We were up there. Like, very recently. I'm unable to sub to channels on this account because of Twitch's payment system. Yeah, like, after I moved countries, I think there was a period where I couldn't sub to anyone for, like, the longest time. It took me, I think, like several weeks to finally fix the problem. But hey, the problem was fixed. I think recently what a lot of people were complaining about was the use of their bots, their bot detection thing. Now, I saw a lot of people say very angry things, and at face value, like, yeah, that's very shitty of Twitch to do. Until you realize all of it is not even true. For example, they specifically mentioned how they're gonna track bots in the sense that if a video player of Twitch is playing, then it counts as a view. Whereas I see like posts from like smaller VTubers, they're going like, Twitch is now acting awful. They're doing this. Did you know that if you don't type a message in a chat, it doesn't count as a view, and they're gonna destroy smaller creators, you know, all of that stuff. Until you actually look at what they said about how it works, and then you realize all of that is kind of nonsensical and people just trying to be angry. Those posted panic pic? Exactly. Ooh. Uh-oh. 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 I don't think I made it. Do you think someone will come rescue me? Can only use XO, that's why I can't sub. To be fair, I've never used anything other than XSolar. It gets around. Oh, do we have to start again? No, wait, we found a campsite. Sorry, I was distracted by dying. Where were we? So right, a lot of people just make panic bait like that, and then people who are incapable of doing their own research immediately believe it at face value. Hold on, did I miss anything in chat? Yeah, for example, the bot thing. One of their biggest issues has been view botting. It's like not even an open secret. Actually, I think open secret is the word. Because you'll have people just paying for like thousands of bots. And then it becomes like a huge problem because now if those bots view the ads, they have to pay like that stuff. And you know, it kind of ruins things. When the CEO lies about bots being used by small streamers, it makes it hard to believe the rest. Understandable. In fact, I heard that even like the people who are like top 10 on Twitch, all bots. Like they are the real people as well. But yeah, huge chunk of them definitely botting. It's kind of hard to tell, but apparently they are signs in the sense that someone goes live instantly, there's like 10,000 people already watching. Most of them don't go that extreme, they go like a couple thousand maybe, but the moment someone hits live, already they have like thousands of viewers. Whereas I was watching a stream, and what's it called, it was from a large streamer, and they basically talked about their experience, and they're like yeah, usually when they hit go live, it takes about the first hour for people to just slowly trickle in. And that's how like people just like, oh, they're live, and then, you know, they slowly trickle in, the number gradually goes up, and a lot of them say that it takes about an hour for them to reach like the usual viewership. Do I need a first aid kit? I'll take it. Yeah, and the chat moves really slow. It depends on the streamer, in my opinion. I think that's like the norm, like a good sign, but it's not always the case. That's why checking bots is like pretty hard. Like for example, some streamers, they have very podcasty content, so that most people are just like listening. Ooh, I saw this, I can't remember what contest it was. I think the streamer Nags, he has like high viewership, but the chat was like very calm and chill, not going. And some people, they show up the like lol, large chat, no chat activity, all bots. Then immediately everyone just wakes up like a sleeper agent and starts spamming the chat like, no, I'm just here, just listening quietly, just lurking, etc. Now, if someone, their channel seems to have just exploded out of nowhere and chat is kind of slow, maybe. It's really hard to tell. Like, that's a good sign. It's a good rule of thumb, but it's not like a definitive proof, if that makes sense. That's like the bad part, you know? It's really hard to tell. And you see, they never say how exactly their thing works, because if they do, the people who sell like the bots and stuff, they will know exactly how it works and know how to exploit it, you know. Sorry, one of my cats used the litter box. Now my room smells. They are a bit more convincing these. Yeah, for example, you said the chat moves really slow because those bots are focusing mostly on viewing. Now, what if all of those bots had like ChatGPT plugged into it and like pretend you are a viewer watching this stream, and now they're chatting like normal human beings? Like, it's insane. It's terrible. Okay, put it this way. The reason why I think it's really dumb, why botting is kind of dumb, is, put it this way. Someone who sells you a way to make money is 100% scamming you, right? The people who sell you the bots, they're like, hey, be streamer, you have lots of viewers and this will make you lots of money, right? Someone who, if that was actually profitable, why are they not doing it themselves? Oh, hi Raiders, welcome on in. We're talking about Twitch and their bots while oh, another raid. Hi Melta, welcome on in. Hi Raiders. We were talking about Twitch and their bots. Okay, the lore is I am stranded on this island. I'm hiking a mountain, but I have lost my mind and I'm talking to the voices in my head, which is you guys. So, welcome on in. I saw you guys were playing Peak earlier. Oh. Hi, Sal. Welcome, welcome. Hi, guys. This is my going insane arc where I am solo climbing a mountain, have no one to talk to. But in my insanity, I'm talking to the voices in my head, which is you guys. Oh, hi, Alpaca. Welcome on in, Raider. Sorry, I choked on saliva. That's not good. Welcome on in, guys. How was your stream? I saw you guys were all playing Peak together. How'd that go? Did anyone resort to cannibalism? That's the important question. Then hi, welcome on in. For those who don't know me, I am Ordikai. I think it's that's the last of you guys. I don't know who else was in the collab. But yeah, I'm Ordikai. I am Purple Cat Wizard. I play D&D, I do live to D art and rigging. You know what? Wait. Do you see? I want to show. Okay, I saw some people play D&D here. Do you see my staff? The dice roll. The dice. Look. It jiggles. It jiggles. And my favorite feature that I rigged, that I have to show off to everyone. Do you know what really annoyed me the other day? We had some people who raided into our D&D stream, and I forgot to show them the roll dice redeem. They would have loved it. Look. You can roll it, you can roll it, you can roll it, and it rolls a random number each time. That's me showing off my model. Other than that, I try to be humble cat. So hi. We had Dragon and Crony, but they had to leave earlier. Understandable. Well, thanks for the raid, guys. We literally just died, so we're starting again. Now, I have no idea where to go. But we're listening to this Spotify playlist that is all mountain and climbing themed. Did I get an answer to the question? Cannibalism. Because I was just telling people here that what I need is to play Peak with other people, because I was starving. I need to play with other people so that when the situation is dire, I have a readily available food source. Chain launcher. I can't eat this. Hold on. I can take it. What were we talking? Oh, right. We were talking about Twitch bots. Yeah, so if someone tries to sell you something and says, hey, use this and it'll make you money, right? Pay me and use this and you'll make money. That's always a scam, simply because if it truly did make money, they would not be selling it to you. They would be using it themselves. So that's a good rule of thumb. So yeah, Twitch is trying to tackle that problem. It's existed for a very long time, but now they're actually dedicating or putting like time towards it. Did I have food in here? No, I didn't have food in here. And I sure do love cannibalism on a Thursday night. Yeah. I saw that as a... What was it called? I think it was Game Changer. The dropout the Dropout show, where one of the bits they had to do was people who are lost, and one of them is a little bit too enthusiastic about cannibalism too early. I think that's one of my favorite bits. Just hope it was advertiser driven and not driven by Twitch. Yeah. Personally, I think they're just it's an arms race, right? They will create new bot detection, and then people who sell bots will create new ways to get around that. And then the thing will update, and now there's new ways to detect bots, so on and so forth. The problem is, I did see, once they launched their new detection thing, there were some people whose accounts were flagged. Uh-oh. Yeah, some people were accidentally flagged as bots, like their whole account was banned. But, like I said, Twitch actually tries their best. When they talk to them about it, they made like a report, the account immediately returned to them. For example, the reason they don't make their thing, the reason they don't make their detection algorithm public, like say for example, one IP address can only watch 3 streams before they're considered a bot, right? Now someone who is a botter, or someone who's providing the bots, right? They'll be like, okay, the limit is 3. Each bot that I make, each account, can only look at 3 streams. And then they make like more of them, rather than one bot goes through like 5 streams. Does that make sense? If you know how to get around it, then you can easily get around it. The cold... I think the Twitch Cold War. Cold Twitch War. I don't know. I'm not a journalist. I don't name things. But yeah. Hopefully it works out for the better, not the worse. I think the absolute worst thing you can do is get angry and try flaming them online. Like flaming Twitch online, because then you stop providing constructive feedback and you're just some angry person on the internet that they will immediately ignore, even if your critique is valid. So posting angrily on Twitter is not the way to get any discussion going. The fact that I think it was like top streamers that do use bots, I'm kind of curious as to which ones. Because after I learned that, then I realized, how do you say this? It's just morbid curiosity, like who's botting, you know? Ugh. Got it. Posting on Twitter has never done any good for anyone ever. You mean like the angry posting? Yeah. There's a live streamer permabanned about a month ago, if I recall. Is it wrong to ask the name? I'm pretty sure maybe it's a name that I wouldn't know. I don't know too many large streamers. I lost half a coconut. That sucks. I don't recall, but they accidentally had the bot page up. Ooh, that's embarrassing. I didn't even know there was like a bot page. I was curious about like how it works. Okay. I'm a curious cat. I love the way the technology of things works. which is how I got into live 2D rigging. But I felt like asking, hey, how does botting work? You know? Like the details, that could come across as not so good. It was a page that they purchased the bots. Oh, okay, okay. That makes more sense. I thought they were running it themselves. I keep an eye on like the Twitch patch notes occasionally whenever they release new stuff. I like to keep God, I even hate that I'm using this sentence. I keep my finger on the pulse just to keep informed of like how things are. There's a lot of doom and gloom, you know, people are like, oh my god, they're gonna ruin everything for like smaller streamers and stuff. Usually what happens is they will roll out things like this, right? If it's bad, then they will undo it and then problem solved. Is this gonna poison me? No. I have a feeling that actual botters use website testing tools and bring cloud system to bring them out. Makes sense. But for example, if they need like the player to be running and they found a way to detect if it's like a testing tool, what if they run like a bunch of virtual machines and have all of those virtual machines watching the stream? I hope no one here is a dev who is building botting software. Don't get any ideas. But I'm not in like software development or anything like that. My technical stuff is more hands-on. So yeah, I'm not in like the software or app development and stuff like that. It's the wrong kind of tech that I'm in. But I have like a very rough understanding of how these things work. My younger brother is in CS, right? And a lot of stuff he explains is just gibberish to me. I have to explain, I'm like, pretend I'm an idiot and have no idea what you just said. Go. Build website scraping tools for personal purpose so it's easy to emulate a real browser. Ah, okay. See, I don't have that knowledge, so I only work with the tools I have, and so far I understand how like virtual machines work, so that's what I would have done. Now I kind of want to convince my friend to figure out how to make a botting service with me. Hey, don't get any ideas, and if you do, don't say that it was me, and if it's profitable, you do have to cut me in on it. This stream ain't gonna pay for itself. I spent $5 today buying Peak. VMs are hardware expensive, but cloud containers are lightweight, easy to run. Because I guess you're only simulating the browser rather than the entire machine. It also helps obfuscate who you really are. I think that means hide who you are, but I'm gonna Google it to make sure. Make obscure, unclear, oh yeah. So they don't just see like 1,000 viewers from like one IP address. I saw like in their notes, right? So you might think like, oh, if it's IP address based, what about people who are all using the same internet? Oh hi, thanks for the sub. Thank you, thank you. I don't know how much each sub costs, but I'm gonna put it towards the game fund and pay for this thing. Thank you, thank you. I'm always unprepared to accept. Here's your Peak refund. Thank you. I'm always a bit awkward accepting subs and things like that. Mostly because I'm just, how do you say this? when I stream, I'm like, hey, I'm streaming for fun. I do art here. I get paid from the commissions and this and that. So like, I don't need any of like the income from streaming or Twitch. It's purely a hobby. But I do appreciate that there should be more bricks for sub. Wait, hold on. I think I can turn it on. Events. Ow. Hey. Okay, if someone gives bits, that happens. If someone raids, yes. Okay, subscription is on. I don't know why it didn't go off. You know what? It's fine. You threw the bricks on their behalf, so we'll just call it even. Did it go off? No, that seller is the one who redeemed. I have the redeem, by the way. If you go in the stuff, you can... Where is it? It's one of the few with an image. It's called throw a brick. So you throw one. Ow. Or you can scroll down to the bottom and throw several bricks. Ah. For demonstration purposes. Apples. Okay, I feel like I can get rid of some stuff. Keep this here. I need to take some apples. Oh wait, I have the coconut. You know what? It's fine. What is the campfire for? Is it just to roast the marshmallow? Did I miss anything in chat? Feel a bit bad about asking anything back in general. Sounds best too. Yeah, completely understandable. Like, I appreciate it. I don't feel bad. It's just like I'm a bit like my brain is not expecting it. I don't like have like a bid or how do you say this? I don't have like a bid or a thank you message or just like a routine. I think maybe I should. You can roast healing items. I think you can roast anything, even bandages. Okay, you know what? Hey, the fire went out. That's not good. Okay, I'll keep this in my pocket. This I'll put in the bag. And... no, I'll take one for the road. What effect does roasting things have? Because unless it's just for fun. By the way, this is what I mean by the playlist is just climbing themed. On my way. Last time we went this way and we got screwed. So I think we're gonna go this way this time. There's also the thing that Twitch doesn't pay me revenue anyway, so streaming is just a hobby now. Why don't they pay you? They feel sad after you do it? After I do what? If it increases the effectiveness of items when roasted, but don't know for sure. I imagine it would. Okay, I'll just throw the apple. Roasting them. Oh, sorry, I didn't get what you meant. I do now. There's nothing worse than having to explain your jokes, and for that, I apologize. They don't allow my country's IDs anymore. Because of that, all my payments are on hold. Oh. But they can pay out to like PayPal, right? Can they? I don't know how it works, so I'm asking this as someone who does not understand. So if it's like an obvious thing, I apologize. The can't only method I have is hold payments. Oh, okay. Maybe they don't allow like yeah, if they don't allow your country. Yeah, if they don't allow your country. Wait, is that even possible? How does that work? Huh. Never considered that. I know they pulled out of Korea. Am I hungry already? Yeah, I know they pulled out of Korea. But other than that, I thought they were basically on every country. In every country. I think when I set up my thing, like, had the option for PayPal. So I thought it was universal. But damn, that sucks. Honestly, anything you get will probably be held in that account. Right? If you ever move somewhere else, or there's another solution, then all of it is just that's being held will get paid out to you all at once. So there is hope. It's more complicated than that. We can use Twitch here. However, most of the features from Prime aren't available to us. Ah, okay. I've never understood Prime. Prime is an Amazon thing. So I imagine you don't have Amazon in your country. The hell am I? Where am I going? Yeah, but that really sucks. You know what humanity needs? Uh-oh. You know what humanity needs? A world without borders. Right? No politics or anything like that involved. Just, you know, like how the EU is, where you can just freely go in and out of places. A lot of stuff are held by the same standards, which everyone agrees is, you know, good or at least tolerable. I feel like that will solve a lot of problems. It will also create a whole lot of other problems. Some which probably I'm not aware of. Ow. Because I'm not gonna be like oh, just do this thing and all your problems are gone. It slaps forehead. It's so obvious. I'm so smart. No. Smarter people than me have probably thought about this, and there's probably reasons why. Yellow. Monkey tie? Bananas can't kill me. I'll be fine. I see what they did there. Airports with less checks for flights inside EU are a really good concept. Do you know what I think? Right, this is a sci-fi hypothetical. You know what I think will be a huge pain for humanity? The invention of teleportation. Because think about it, like a lot of countries, they have huge headaches with like protecting borders, preventing things like drugs from coming in, etc. All that stuff, right? Now imagine you didn't have to pass through a border. You just needed to set up something somewhere, and then snap of a finger, it's already inside and no one can detect it. Now, maybe one day they'll have the technology of maybe detecting the signal of the transporter, blah, blah, blah. This is technology that doesn't exist, so I don't know how it works. Maybe then, but at first, there'll probably be that initial phase where they just don't know what to do. You see it for basic things, like, for example, AI. Simple concept, but it's been around for years, and regulation around it is still very, very loose. That didn't go well. Yeah, imagine like the whole world was like that. It's very optimistic. Maybe one day. You know what we need? We need a... Humanity needs a common enemy, like aliens, for them to band together, so to speak. How the hell am I supposed to go? Okay, I think this is where I died last time. The only will be chipped, or we're gonna have some kind of cortex which will allow for tracking to be possible. Yeah, that's awful. To have technology inside of you that you cannot immediately unplug or remove, to me, is a terrible idea. Put it this way. One of the main critiques of like the UK's age verification thing is what they want is to have a lot of information like in a place. Like they store your data. For example, when you share your ID and stuff, they're like, okay, you look, you're not a child, it's fine. And then they store your ID temporarily, no matter how long it is, blah, 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 all that stuff. Data breaches are a very, very common thing, you know? God damn it. How? Data breaches are a very, very common thing. So you will all keep it on this one very, in quotes, quote unquote, secure database that no one can hack into. Give it a couple months, everyone's public data is already unleashed. Right? Makes sense? Like, but that's why you should always change your passwords like regularly, because you, for example, if you, let me use this, you use the same password for everything. You will log into some obscure newsletter, use the same password, that newsletter is hacked, now your email and your password have been released to the wild, right? Been released to the wild. Sorry, I was concentrating. What's this for? I don't know what flares are for. Anyway, what was I saying? Right. So it's very likely that your email and password has been leaked from some site at some point in time. So, yeah. Now, if there are massive bankruptive penalties for data breaches, then I might be okay. Yeah, usually what happens is, oh, data breach, shrug shoulders, sorry, my bad guys, we'll make sure it never happens again. And then it happens again, like, months later. So, yeah. I don't trust any... I have an apple. I don't trust anyone having any data. Like, the less data I give, the better, you know? And I'm not a tinfoil crazed person, blah, blah, blah. Because, like, real issues do happen. For example, the other day, I'm not sure how, but someone tried to make a massive purchase using my credit card, right? My debit card. Now, the thing is... when I looked at the payment thing on the app, it says they manually input the data, which means they were reading the number off of something and manually punched it in to make the purchase. And they managed to somehow get around two-factor authentication. Now, I was saved because... hold on, I explained this last time on a previous stream. So what I do is I have my bank account, my PayPal, everything. I put all the money in my bank account. Now, if I want to purchase anything online, I never use my bank credit card. I use a prepaid one. That way, if all my data is leaked and stuff, they only get access to the prepaid card. And that prepaid card only has maybe a couple $100 in it at a time. The thing that saved me was they tried to make a purchase of like $500 and I only kept like a couple hundred in there. If I need to make a big purchase, I just top it up, make the purchase, and then done, right? So yeah, if I didn't do that and say I just like most people, I use my bank credit card, they had access to that, they could have taken like all of my money. And when I tried to make the appeal, I made the appeal on the app saying, hey, this didn't go through, but it was not me. They basically said, oh, you used this service before, so it is definitely you, so we can't approve of anything or whatever. They basically rejected the claim that it wasn't me, right? So if they actually did succeed and take money, I would not have gotten it back. And the thing is, it's from Facebook. I don't use Facebook. I've not had an account since like 2014. So I don't know how they managed to get they somehow managed to get it approved as like one of those recurring payments so that I don't need to authenticate it in the app. So yeah, that was kind of scary. Yeah, I think they wanted to make like a huge purchase on like a Facebook marketplace or something. So yeah, I don't trust anyone and any of their technology. You know? Not to sound like a paranoid doomer, but you know, it'd be like that. For example, a lot of things I think even on my PayPal, they're like, oh, you need to put your address for this. My address is just none your business, and I call it that. Keto. Hey, I am a zoomer. Don't let anything fool you. I am not wise, I am not experienced in the world. I try to be very aware of that. You know, I'm like, this thing is simple and makes perfect sense. Is there something I'm not seeing? Should I take food or? Okay, I'm gonna just throw this. Yeah, I think it's very important to understand that there will forever be a gap in your knowledge. Like, no one person can ever know everything. So yeah, I always point that out. Especially when explaining things. I'm like, hey, this is what I've learned in my very limited experience. If someone has another viewpoint or has learned something that's contradictory to this or maybe adds upon it, perfect. Feel free to share. It's an open discussion. It's not a lecture. So yeah, are there any dangers to what I do where, for example, on my PayPal, I don't put any real address? Potentially. I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. So yeah, there could potentially be problems that arise from that, but I try not to keep too much money in PayPal. I treat it as a very insecure thing. Actually, what does the address do for online payment? It's just like if they need to find you physically, they can. Like for legal purposes. Because I think it's their way of like avoiding... For example, if there's an issue like money laundering, etc. And the government goes to them and says, hey, this person we suspect is a criminal. We need you to find them. You know, things like that. Because it's very easy to look at things and go like, hey, they have no need for this thing. I'm just some guy. Why do they need my information? They usually don't need your information. They try to keep it so that in case of any problem... Ooh, this is the fog I think they're talking about. What happens if you go under it? Oh, I freeze to death. Sorry, I'm dying. I'm dead. Yeah, I think that's it for us. There's no surviving this. Where were we? Yeah, it's not like they need to deliver something to you physically. It's just like for protection, you know, on their side. They're covering their asses in case the government comes knocking. Hold on, I'm refilling my bottle. But yeah, I understand why they need it. It's just I don't trust them to have the knowledge. The less personal information of myself I keep online, the better. In fact, I wonder if I don't know if Kay is still here. When the whole V Shoujo thing went down, he's like, "Hey, Ordi, don't join a corpo." There are benefits to joining a corpo, right? Like, for example, if you want to be completely anonymous, sometimes you can't just, when dealing with sponsors and major companies, they won't just, if you tell them, "Oh, I'm anonymous, I don't give my real name," they're not gonna tolerate that stuff. They'll be like, "Okay, we need a bank account to send you the stuff. We need contracts signed legally under your name, blah, blah, blah," you know? So if you have a corpo, and that corpo has the authority to sign things for you, only that corpo will know who you are and sign like 10 different contracts. So instead of 10 different contracts having your name on it, it's the company that signs for you, and then from there they handle it, if that makes sense. They are pros and cons. You just need a good corpo. If they do what they're supposed to do, they're actually a good thing. The only problem is they don't. Like, for example, we don't discuss drama here, but just to touch on the subject a little bit, right? The whole V Shoujo thing was they were dishonest with the funds. I'm gonna make this easier. They were dishonest with funds. They didn't pay like the... Turns out they... Sorry, I was just burping. They didn't pay the talents. They did make the donations that they were supposed to, and that's just like touching the... That's just touching the very basics, right? Yeah, it's like 101 things. Now, if they didn't do those things, being in the corpo, super useful. What do I need rope for? This is to help people. I have no one to help. Beautiful. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, you see, the thing is, they didn't do what they were supposed to do, and that's why it was bad. It's not that this is a corpo, they are bad. That's not how it works. Should we just take stuff anyway? Okay, I don't need that. I don't need that. Should we take Bing Bong? Let's take Bing Bong. Just things aren't checked as often as it should, or regulated. When it comes to company stuff, a lot of stuff happens behind the scenes. Like, their whole job is they do things for you, right? So you don't have to check every tiny little detail. So if you're not checking every tiny little detail, it's pretty easy to, you know... Uh-oh. It's pretty easy to have things slip under the radar. Let me stock up on coconuts. But yeah, for example, if you're not checking every single cent that's going in and out of the... in and out of your stuff, Ow, what the hell happened? Did I just drink this? It hurt. Everything has to be pixel perfect, details so the company doesn't go bad or do us. To be honest, how they were was very bad. If they were a little incompetent, that would have been fine. I'll just drink this. I don't know what this does. Oh, I have multiple. Right. If they're only a little bit incompetent, like you can almost forgive them, right? But it seemed malicious, right? I saw some of the former talents talking about it, and they're like, "Hey, in my experience, it's almost impossible to be this incompetent." So that's why they were suspecting like something shady was going on. So yeah. Anyway, not my story to tell, so we only brush upon what they have said, the talents have said specifically. I don't think joining a corpo is a bad thing inherently. You just have to be careful. As soon as they break a contract, you should get a lawyer. Oh, yeah. So long as you're very cautious and you pay attention to things, I think you'll be fine in a corpo. In fact, okay. Maybe not the most popular opinion. If I had the chance, I think I would join a corpo. And you might think, that's crazy. Why would you want to join a corpo? There is a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that I would rather not do. If that makes sense. When it comes to marketing, setting things up, all of that stuff. Banking, I think, is easiest, because money just comes in and I smile. That's it. But paying for things, setting up, you know, sometimes even like they can straight up set up like collabs for you. I saw like in the past. Let me just eat this. I saw in the past sometimes managers just like set up collabs between creators, almost like children play dates. Like, oh, do you want to play with them? You know, that kind of stuff. Sponsors is also a good thing. Like, again, none of this stuff is mandatory. Like, you can 100% do it on your own. The only issue is... How do you say this? The only issue is that takes a lot of time and effort that you could probably be spending doing other stuff. Like I'm a very tired cat for a reason. Because for example, if I didn't have to think about making sure things are running smoothly in the Discord, clips and everything are being handled, Seller and Hotcheck have been helping me with that, right? If I'm not like making sure all of this stuff is running smoothly and a-okay, I literally would just do art in stream, be happy, if that makes sense. There's a lot of good that can come out of it, so long as everyone does their part. You can't just say this is a thing and it is bad because people do it badly, you know. That's my 2 cents on the matter. Like I worked at a very specific company that did a very specific thing, and they did a terrible job at running their company, handling employees, and handling legal stuff, which is why I quit and fled to the UK as fast as possible. Right? Now, not every company that does what they did is quote-unquote bad, just because I had one bad experience with them, right? Oh god, this sucked. So you do have to keep an open mind. Like, for example, the bad stuff happened because one person decided to allegedly swindle away funds and withhold, and you know, just like straight up lie about how things are going. You only really hear about the failures, not this guy. Exactly. Like, I think Hololive is doing pretty well. It's like one of the few non-hated corpos. Is it perfect? I don't think so. I think another good one is Phase Connect, right? I think they're like a bit smaller, but a lot of the talents seem pretty happy. At least on the outside. You never know how things are behind closed doors. But they seem to be happy. Things seem to be going well. And yeah, failures make a much better headline than success. So do keep that in mind. All I heard from Hololive graduate statements are just disagreements. True. But others are still there and they seem to be fine. So, you know, I can't say if it's good or bad. All I can say is it doesn't seem awful. Again, at the end of the day, like, it is a company that's trying to make money and the people that work there are employees. You know, most of the time you go to any place of employment, people they have their qualms or they have their issues with management or their bosses. Even they may even like what they do, right? But everyone has complaints about things. I think the hollow issues are related to them going public though. What do you mean by that? Like, what's going public? The talents or? Oh, you mean like they're now public traded company? I see, I see. Yeah, that always creates problems because now you have to like, you have to listen to other people as well now. Like they have a stake in the matter. Well, they're stakeholders. They have a stake in the matter. So now they will complain. They'll be like, "Oh, you're this profitable. Next year, 20% more profits. Oh, you're still making good money, but not enough, you know." And then they, yeah, like you said, they push to create more money. That works okay sometimes, but you know, a bit too much. Like, if you treat it like a business and you lose your soul, then yeah. There's a bit of balance that's needed, you know. It kills creativity though. Yeah. I mean, like, I can understand. Hold on, let me take a little bit of a little water break and rest my voice a little bit. You know, we'll rest a bit while the ads are playing. Sip some water. Wait, can I pause this game? Yeah, I think it's paused now. Yeah, I'm in the air. It's paused. Okay, you know what? It's fine. Where was I? What are we talking about again? Yeah, like you said, it kills creativity. As an artist and rigger, when I needed to make money out of it, sometimes I go by a budget basis, in the sense that I make the model that I'm paid for. Like, I can make really beautiful, intricate models that take months to create. But if someone only has like a a couple $100s to spend on a model, I'm not gonna make like the very best that I can, if that makes sense. Because at some point, I start losing money doing that. So that's one of the ways that focusing on like finances limits the potential of what you can do, from my own personal experience. But yeah, like I said, you can't take any risks because, for example, look at Face Connect. They're all like unhinged and crazed people. And that's kind of funny because, you know, that's like their brand. That's what they do. So if suddenly if they start focusing on what advertisers want, yeah, if they start focusing on what advertisers want, then they're no longer able to create the crazed, unhinged content that they want. And then the people who love them for it will probably go elsewhere. Makes sense? So there's it loses a bit of soul when you bring like money into creative pursuits. Where the hell am I? Am I going the wrong way? I think so. Now, I don't think that people should be like, oh, art should be unpaid and purely passion. I think that's also dumb. Balance needs to be achieved, so... They have talent on record stating that they will quit if they go public. I know a good chunk of their talent, like a good number of them have gone. Usually the ones who are like at the very top, truth be told, people are there for them, not the company. So that if they go indie, they kind of cut out the company as the middleman. I think, I don't know if what the story was with... Yeah, with the vtuber Saba. She went indie. Massive success. So I don't know if it was working conditions or anything that made them wanna quit. I'm kind of curious. These are things that only like the person and maybe their close friends would know. And again, as a random cat on the internet, it's not my place to ask or even wonder. So, yeah. I need to keep my curiosity in check. You know what they say about cats and curiosity? But yeah, I can imagine that if the company goes public, it'll make their working experience like a lot worse. So they wouldn't want any of that. Like, I can respect that. I think something similar, in a similar vein, how do you say this? Like in a similar vein, sponsorships. Sometimes sponsors say, oh, you have to say nice things about the product and you have to be like this. Those ones kind of... Those are the things that make a person seem like a quote-unquote sellout, so to speak, or fake. So I've seen like a lot of larger creators, what they do is they mention that, oh, if a contract says they have to give a good opinion, they don't accept it. They're like, I will play your game for these many hours and I will give my honest thoughts on it. If it's good, it's good. If not, then yeah. Ooh, I did see one creator say like, oh, if the game is just straight up bad while they're playing it, they will refund the sponsorship and be like, yeah, this thing's over. This is a shit game. I'm not gonna play it. I don't recommend any of you do as well. So I did see someone say that they add that in a clause, as a clause that says, if your game sucks, I'm able to just not play it anymore. I thought that was hilarious. But I think it's pretty good. Like, imagine you take a sponsorship and you are just straight up forced to play a game that you think is incredibly awful and that no one should ever touch. Like, kind of sucks. I do wonder how many innovations can people do or have, and what will happen if it just runs out. To be honest, innovation is not just creating something entirely new. Innovation is also, can you take something that already exists and make it better? I think I can just drink this. I don't think I need the rope spool because I'm not playing with anyone. Expanding the greatness on that specific product or something. Like, for example, what's a good example? Did you know that, like, in ancient times, like 20 years ago, you had to just watch your shows on TV live, right? I don't know how young people are here, but I'm gonna explain TiVo. So basically, if you were not around to watch your show, you could not watch it. Oh, I dropped this, right? So someone had the revolutionary technology of, what if I create something that records your TV show on your TV when you're not around, right? And then when you come back from work, you can watch your shows that you were not able to watch throughout the day. And that is taking TV, which already exists, and making it able for you to watch your shows at your time. Now, that was in the world of like YouTube and Netflix and all that stuff. That sounds like obvious, like, duh, of course you can. I do that every day. At the time, it was like mind-blowing technology. Can I swim up this waterfall like a salmon? Uh-oh. Yeah, something that no one has seen before. You know, that's actually not the best thing, because humans in general, when they see things that they're unfamiliar with, they don't trust it. But if you take something like if you take something they do know and understand, like, if you take something they do know and understand, like TV, and say, this is TV but recorded, they'd be like, ah, that's cool. But if you give them something that's a bit too new. Ah, crap. Can I make it? Ooh. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, if you make something too new, people immediately, the concept is foreign and they completely ignore it. But if it's something that they already know, and it's like, this is what you know and love, but better, it sells a lot more. Can I climb up? I'm not gonna make this. Nope. That's not good. I'm glad I had this. Crap. Anyway, what are we talking about? Right. Creating things that are entirely new. That's usually not the way to go. The yoink and twist method works a lot better. And I don't mean only in content, I just mean in general. In fact, that's how I explain what I do to people who are unfamiliar with VTubers, right? I'm like, hey, do you know like how people stream games and stuff on Twitch? It's like that, but instead of a camera, they don't use their face, they use this thing. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm not creating something that's needed for the future. Now, creating something that fixes a problem, the solution may not be familiar, but the problem is. So if you're like, hey, you know how there's this problem? This thing solves that problem. If that makes sense. Let me drink this again. But it has to be a problem. Okay, you can't cure future problems that don't exist currently because most people don't care, right? If it's not directly in front of them, they're like, we have other things to focus on. So if it's a problem that they currently have, yeah, then it'll work. Huh. We went around. If you're like, hey, I have this solution to a problem that doesn't exist yet, most people won't take that seriously. Well, it's not that they won't take it seriously. Most people will like nod and agree, but maybe getting funding for it will be hard, or it'll be hard to convince people that it's a problem that needs immediate attending. Because it'll be like, oh, we have 1,000 other things that are higher priority. We'll focus on this problem when it becomes a problem. The human mind is only really designed to solve problems that are immediately in front of it. So it's very hard to like focus on things that are not a problem in that exact moment. That's why like procrastinating things that are super important feels kind of hard, you know? Because your brain is like, this is not a problem now, so we don't need to fix it now, you know? It's like trying to convince like you're not able to convince your brain that this future task is important because it doesn't see it as like a threat to your survival immediately. It's like you have better luck convincing a monkey that math is important, you know? So it's not a problem like with like us specifically. It's just that's how the brain evolved, essentially. So since weight somewhat foreshadowed, look at climate change, for example. The reason no one seems to, in quote, care about it is because it's not a problem that seems immediately in front of us, right? It's so slow that most people in their it doesn't change their day-to-day lives, so they're like, why bother? How the hell am I supposed to get up from here? Yeah, low priority problem. Your brain is only focused on the high priority ones. globally it's a problem, but to the individual, it's just people making noise. Make sense? Okay, I think I might need to... Uh-oh. Do I just climb from here? Okay, sorry, what are we talking about? It's a bit of a... How do you say this? It's a tricky thing. How do you convince people who don't see a problem in front of them that this is something that will be a problem in the future, you know? It's tough, you know? Fortunately, I'm not the one who has to solve that problem, so I'm not gonna stress about it. Oh, thank God. Oh, I thought this was an open suitcase. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Did I go round in a circle? You know what? How does rope work? Wait, can I just throw this? Okay, it didn't work as I thought. I got the money for that, can solve those. Yeah, you see, the thing is, actually, let's not go there. That feels like it's touching too much into politics. So yeah. Yeah, the rope is for playing with friends. I thought maybe I can unwind it and then throw it up and then climb it myself. There is something like that. I think it's the grappling hook or something like that. The piton seems a bit rare, so I want to save it. Oh God. I think we can climb from up here. Okay, let's go there. This is my first time playing, so I'm not too sure. I think I could climb there and then up there. Wish me luck, I say to the voices in my head. It's okay, I like these voices, they keep me company. Ooh, can I climb into here? Ah, that was easy. Yeah, I don't know how the rope works. All I know is it's for playing with other people. And since I'm alone, I've decided not to like think about it. Can I stand here? Nope. Uh-oh. Okay, I got it. Need some moving mammals in your game. What do you mean by that? Do you mean NPCs? Or warm-blooded mammals. Oh, you mean food? Yeah. I need to find people to play with. I am a hungry cat, okay? Food is scarce, but friends are aplenty, so... Is this game just one giant level, or how does it work? Because I've been climbing forever. When I reach the peak, is that like the end of the game? Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh. Well, I lived. I think this game would be fun if you play with like people and make it a dramatic survival, you know? Just dumb bits. Okay, I know these are poisonous. Oh, that's the end of the map. I can't go there. Do you heal from injuries? Some good old roleplay? Yeah. I love roleplay. It's one of the reasons I love D&D. One of the things I'd like to do is, I want to play Overcooked. But instead of the calm, cozy experience, I want it to be role-playing toxic, angry chefs. I'm trying to rope Feather into it. Because he has the natural angry Australian energy. And I feel like it'll be perfect for that. I tried explaining the concept to him. Then like, hey, what if we play Overcooked, but we're just RPing Gordon Ramsay? He's like, I've not watched the show. I'm like, just be your natural self and it'll be fine. Yeah. He was like, is that a diss? He thought it was funny. Yeah, I want to give it a try, so we'll see. I'm very injured and I have no way of healing. Got your eyebags at this point. Gonna shower and head to bed. Well, thanks for stopping by. In fact, maybe I should stop here. Hold on. I don't think food heals me. I don't know what that does. But anyway, I think I should call it a day here. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours. So, thanks everyone for stopping by. We're gonna call it a day here. It was a little bit of a nice, relaxing stream. It's a nice change of pace to play a game instead of, doing our usual rigging. Yeah, I think I'll do live today tomorrow. Or maybe we can continue peak. Who knows? Either way, we can see who can we raid. I see Pen is live. Okay. We'll raid into Pen. So, thanks everyone for stopping by. Hope you had a great time. If you're new here, feel free to follow. I'm here 4 days a week, same time, same place. I usually do art and just yapping, While I'm doing my commissions and stuff, I just chat with everyone about everything, really. So yeah, I hope to see all of you soon, and my next stream is tomorrow. What else is there to say? We have a Discord. I've been trying to get a D&D 5e game running there, and hopefully we can play it soon. So if that's anything that you're interested in, we have a lot of artists there, writers, musicians. We yap about stuff. We have a pet channel. So anyway, enough of me shelling my own stuff. I am ready to just hit the raid now button and go to bed. So see you all next time, and bye-bye. Take care of yourselves, be nice to yourselves and others, and all of that other good stuff. My brain is slowly shutting down, so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.